A happy Monday to you. I'm King 5 meteorologist Ashley Ruiz. It's going to be stunning today. Hopefully you can get out and enjoy some sunshine. We will have high clouds at times, and that could filter the sunshine a little bit, making the sky look a little hazy, but it's still going to be really, really nice. This ridge is just dominating our weather pattern. It will, at least for another day or so. I'll show you what I mean in a minute, because we are going to cool things down a little bit Tuesday and into Wednesday. And then we're going to warm up once again before things change. So a roller coaster ride in temperatures over the next 7 days. Showers will return over Easter weekend as the next ridge that will build later in the week, that one begins to break down. Then we're going to have our typical spring weather pattern once again. A look at the satellite, because this really tells the story of this ridge. So you can see a very distinct line of these clouds just riding the ridge, and all those thick clouds are moving over British Columbia, and we are getting clipped by some of these high clouds, but it's still beautiful out there. Always makes for gorgeous sunrises and sunsets. Very colorful too. Look at the upper air weather pattern. This is what I'm talking about in terms of the ridge. So today through Wednesday, this is when things will change a good bit. So the ridge hangs tight today, keeping things on the dry side, even very mild. We could get our surface winds move a little more out of the east, maybe even just northeast, and that will help warm us up. But a disturbance is actually going to pass to our north. You see it right there over Canada, and that's going to be Tuesday and into Wednesday. So that could weaken that ridge just a little bit, and that would bring the chance for at least more clouds, cooler conditions as well. But then we get into Thursday all the way through Sunday. Here's Friday. This ridge is really going to take hold once again, and it's going to eventually push back to the west a little bit, and then it's going to open that door for at least some disturbances to move in, clip the area, and increase our rain chances once again. And it looks as though it's going to be Easter Sunday, maybe Saturday, but more so Easter Sunday. Look at the Futurecast. Even though there's not going to be anything in the way of rain to talk about, it will show you how we have these high clouds. They'll move in, and so we'll have partly cloudy skies overnight, another round potentially of these high clouds into late Tuesday. Also Wednesday morning, winds could be light enough for us to get some fog development along the I-5 corridor, Hood Canal, Puget Sound. But watch to our north. Here's Wednesday morning, a couple of very light snow showers, perhaps over the northern Cascades as that disturbance swings through. But we're not expecting anything major. In fact, the mountains are not going to get anything in the way of snow, accumulating snow, at least not for the next 6 days, maybe an inch through next Sunday. Here's a look at our Bellingham camera, and you see blue sky above, blue water, just beautiful out there. This is as of 9 o'clock. High clouds, you can also see them from our Columbia Tower cam. And this is what I mean by filtered sunshine. It looks a little hazy out there, but still sunshine is peeking through those clouds. And Mount Rainier, stunning. We have blue sky above, and high clouds are always just so lovely, gorgeous, and you see it looks a little hazy out there, but we have blue sky above. So with that being said, with some of the high clouds in place, could become a little thick at times. So temperatures to our north, maybe a little cooler, always a little cooler over the islands, 58 in Friday Harbor. Meanwhile, Mount Vernon, if you're going up to the Tulip, 63. And then for the North Sound, about 67 in Granite Falls, as well as Linwood, 63 degrees, Clinton, 62. If you're taking a ferry ride, perhaps from Edmonds to Kingston, 63, really going to be nice for that. The foothills as well as the South Sound, that's where we have the best chance to hit 70 degrees today, about 71 in Puyallup. And if you are traveling toward Portland, that's where temperatures will likely top out in the mid 70s. Still plenty of sun. Over toward the beaches, we'll have 50s, we'll have 60s as well. And then the Hood Canal area, about 70 degrees. We're cooler tomorrow, but as you see, not by much. We'll still have winds coming out of the north between about maybe 10 to 15 miles per hour. Today's likely going to be the breeziest day, if you will. But tomorrow, upper 50s, low and mid 60s, except For our friends in the South Sound, the foothills could warm up into the upper 60s. This is for the Seattle area, just to show you how our temperature trend is going to be for the next 7 days. And you see, starting Tuesday, Wednesday, temperatures start to come down. Our normal high this time of year is about 59 degrees. So we're going to be above normal. Friday is likely going to be the warmest day before temperatures start to drop back down to the 50s. Below normal. So we're not going to be right at our seasonal norm, more than likely not, at least until maybe later next week. And I'll show you in a little bit, but I also wanted to take you up to the mountains. Here's Crystal Mountain. We have blue sky above and all of that snow, the spring powder out there. In terms of our ski resorts, as we know, a lot of them have closed over the weekend. Stevens Pass now closed, Alpental as well as Silver Fir as well closed. Now with Snoqualmie Pass, the summit, initially the Summit Central was expected to be open through April 20th, but per Snoqualmie Pass's website and the ski resorts website, they're saying that has moved to Summit West because the conditions at Central just were not good enough to stay open. So the snowpack wasn't really all too great. So now it's moved to Summit West. That was at least as of this morning. Mission Ridge on April 27th, Mount Baker on April 20th, and then the hot one, Crystal Mountain, stays open, limited operations all the way through the end of May. Something really to look forward to. Also wanted to talk about the tulips because it's the best time of year. We have so much going on, and if you are going to celebrate the Tulip Festival going up to Skagit Valley, this is the bloom status courtesy of tulipfestival.org rather, and they're saying that they're officially in full bloom stage. Stage 5. Last week it was stage 4, but so much has changed just within the last week or two, and so they're finally in full bloom, and they're saying that full bloom conditions are expected through the end of the month. And once again, we are going to have great conditions to head up to Skagit Valley. Temperatures will be in the 60s. Don't forget the sunblock as well as the sunglasses as well. And take pictures, send them our way. We would love to see them, and we would love to feature them on air as well. Let's skip ahead to Easter weekend because, as I mentioned, a lot will change between now and then. Friday is going to be warmer. That next ridge will start to build, keeping things just gorgeous, 70 degrees. And then Saturday, that's when things really start to change. We'll have partly sunny skies, maybe mostly cloudy at times, and our highs are going to go down. But then Easter Sunday, at least as of now, that's when we'll reintroduce the chance for a couple of showers. For now, it doesn't appear as though it's going to be widespread, but our highs are definitely going to be significantly cooler. And so again, up and down, up and down. Our mornings are not going to be all too extreme in terms of whether we're above normal, below normal. We were in the 20s and 30s yesterday, not the case anymore. So again, Thursday, we're mild, we're sunny, going to be pretty similar to Tuesday. But then Friday, 70, that means maybe between 70 and 75 for the South Sound and the foothills. And then into the weekend, once again, our temperatures will start to go down. We'll have a couple of showers. Now, beyond the 7-day forecast, obviously this could change because it's almost 2 weeks out, so a week to a week and a half out. But it shows as we wrap up April, our highs may come right back up from the 50s, right back to above normal in the mid 60s. Also, our first 8 p.m. sunset, depending on your location, is going to be Tuesday. If not Tuesday, if you live farther to the south, it will be on Wednesday. Something else to look forward to. You can always find the latest forecast and an extended forecast on King 5 Plus and king5.com.